Go. Oh my goodness. Oh. Allergies kicking my butt. It is not a good thing to have allergies in glassblowing. But that is okay. We shall get through it. I do want to try these mini ornaments. Go try it right now. Mini ornaments. What's up? How you doing? Hi, Groves. You ready for your birthday cake tonight? I did not get a chance to see any emails about colors, so can you type in chat the colors? What's up, Michael? How you doing? And there we go. Pop that off. I'm gonna try something with that later tonight. What's up, CEO? Grayscale, how you doing? Cardinelli, how are you doing? Go Bills? I don't know about the Bills. I haven't watched football in a long time. What's up, Tess? How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I have not watched football in a very long time. So I'm kind of like not the right person for that at the moment. Just kind of lost its luster for me. Is that going to be hot enough? Yeah, that'll work. Nope, that's not going to work. We need that for sure tonight. We're going to need this too. Have you used ABR Boro batch glass? No, I have never used ABR Boro, but never. That's one color set I've never used. So I can't comment whether it's good or bad. J-Dub, what's happening? Yes, I do. One, can you do a tree like Red Squeak? Yeah, of course. You got it. Yeah, we could do a tree. I just have to pull the right glass. Hi, Callie, what's up? Okay, we got to pull this little bit off here. There. Okay, I'm going to try this custom color real quick before we go too far, and then we're going to go for it. World's first lightsaber, I wish. Not quite. What's up, Charlie? There is a really good version of this torch, though, on YouTube called the Hacksmith, and he actually did turn this brand of torch into a functioning lightsaber. It's a cool video. How you doing, Charlie? Nope. Can't drive, don't know where a diners are, and I certainly can't dive. Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for the jewels. Sarah, you rock. Starting my knot off good. What's up, Blue? Long time no see. I still use your flashlight every day. Every freaking day on my live streams, I'm using that flashlight. Went to good home. All right, so let me get this mixed in. So right now we're going to mix some color. We're going to make a custom color. You get to see how color's made. Glass color. Thank you, Sarah. Right now we're going to mix up two of these colors. We're taking this deep black and we're mixing it with this color. This is like liquid metal. Think of like Terminator, that liquid metal. That's what this color looks like. We're going to mix these two together. I want to try and create a black liquid metal look. So we're going to kind of mix it up real quick and see what we get. The good news is you get to see me use a power tool. Tess, everyone's doing good. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to be mixing it with my famous DeWalt drill. This thing's been through a lot. Yeah, whip it up. That's right. Just a little bit more. This color goes a long way, so it doesn't need too much. All right, we're going to separate it now. You can like dilute this 10-to-1. Okay, I do have my filter nearby. So while everybody's on, I'm going to show you what my filter looks like. This is the filter on my glasses. So I'm going to drop it in the flame while it's there. And now you can see how it just kind of filters out a little bit of that. Let's turn it down a second before we get going. There. So this makes the big difference right here. Yes, it is blue. And then see the difference? That's how I see things. All right, let's kick it up a notch. I do want to have my third flame available. All right, let's grab drill. I think I got a fresh battery. Yes. I might be able to do that right now, Groves. Hold on. Oh, we're doing this. Let me multitask. And add as moderator. There we go. And you are all set, Groves. All right, yeah, we're drilling it up. And here we go. We're just going to start mixing it up. Got to get it super molten, then I can kick on the drill a little bit more. If you don't get it molten too fast, if you don't get it molten all the way, this thing will snap the rod. There we go. We're just going to keep blending a little bit more clear into this as we go, working our way down the rod. A little bit more mixing. There we go. That's a fire. That is a fire. Move this thing way out of the way. Last night I kicked it over and made a mess. All right, so now we're going to actually pull it into a usable rod. Liam, I said Leah. Liam, I'm sorry. Thank you for the clapping seal. I appreciate it. How's everybody doing? You guys getting all your shopping done? I hope so. Shopping's a good thing. No, I'll set my hair on fire before the house. Blue, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you, my friend. We are making Christmas ornaments tonight, but before we begin that, I have 2 members in here. When you're a member for a certain time frame, you get a birthday cake. If you're a member for over a year, you get a custom item. So Grove's Glass Gallery has been not only a moderator, but a member, subscriber, if you will, on TikTok. So we are making her birthday present, which is going to be a Christmas tree. Custom Christmas tree. All right. I just need to pull this color down, though. Then Dragonfly comes on, we'll make hers too. What's up, Colleen? Yeah, you're number one, you get the birthday cake. After you're number one, then we could modify it to something else. All right, let's just stretch this out. This is gonna, I'm not gonna have enough arm length to do this. It's gonna go, well, maybe I will. Might be able to get up. A little bit more. That's as far as I can go. That's as far as I can go. Okay. So that made this really kind of shimmery custom color right there. I'll show you what it looks like with a light. See, Blue? Always using your light. So this color looks very dark, but when you shine a light on it, it has this shimmer to it. It's actually a beautiful color. All right, let me get rid of this little bit, and then we'll change it over. Bring it down a little. Don't need that much heat. This is 31 freaking years. 31 years. I've been doing this, and I love every minute of it. Yep, everything behind me except the book is glass. Although a glass book would be cool, right? Maybe in the future someday. All right, let me just get this a little bit. I'm going to save this little bit of color here. Do something with it in a little bit. All right, that's good. Okay, so I need to go grab some glass. Did I make the dragon octopus thing? Yeah, I sure did. Does it run up the gas button? No, it's actually not bad. I'll let you guess. I'm going to go gather some glass. I still have the microphone on with me. I'm going to let you gather how much propane I go through in a day. So I use propane and oxygen. So a full 6 to 8 hour day, I'll give you a range. So how many gallons of propane do you think I go through? I'm going to let this cool off for a second. And I'm going to go gather the glass that I need while you're putting that in chat, and then I'll be back. I hope you guys are still guessing. Luckily, the microphone still works while I'm gone. It's not a bad thing. Just have to get all the right glass here. Should be enough. And I need a little bit of that. One, two, three. Oh, there it is. Oops. That one went falling down. I'm trying to get this one glass rod out and it won't, budge. There we go. Okay, we're back. 1 gallon, 10, 2.5, 1, 1, 1, 1.5, Yeah, I only know gallons. Sorry. I should figure out liters. So it is about 1.5 gallons a day that I go through. What's up, Red Squeak? How you doing? So yeah, it's about 1.5 gallons. Good guesses. But I have big tanks, so it doesn't really run out. No. It's all good. You're doing good? Awesome. So yeah, it's 1.5 gallons. The oxygen consumption, though, that's a lot. So you know your standard welding tanks of oxygen? I could bleed through one of those in about 4 hours. So, well, it saves on propane. It sure burns up oxygen. Everything's good, Red Squeak? Yes. Right now, we are doing Grove's Glass Gallery is one of my moderators, but also has been a subscriber member for a long time. So for my subscribers and members, we make items. First year is a birthday cake. It's kind of my thank you for being a member or a subscriber. And she's been well over a year, so she can opt for something else. And Red Squeak on TikTok had a Christmas tree made. So she asked if we could do a similar thing. So we're going to make a Christmas tree, a little different, but same. Which I just got yours out, Red Squeak, so don't. I found it, and it is on the way. Okay, so let's start it off. So we're making a little Christmas tree ornament. Actually, I should just grab it. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna grab it so you can see what we're making. Stay. Okay, it's not gonna stay. All right, 1 second. I'll grab the tree and then I'm done getting up. We'll replace the lollipop. Set that down there. I don't know if this one's going to hang, though. Yeah, it will. So, got white and green versions. Just set that there. Oh, that doesn't show up all that well, does it? Oh, well. Yeah, that's not showing up. Oh, well. I'm going to leave it. All right, let's go. So we're going to be making that a Christmas tree. Red Squeak started something. I blame her. But that's okay. All right, so we're going to start making that Christmas tree right now. Yeah, these trees are awesome. They're a little bit of a pain in the butt to make, but yeah, they're awesome. And there we go. It is a good one. So what I'm doing right now is I have to build the inner portion of the tree. It is all solid, so we kind of have to build the base, and then we'll start building the leafy parts, the branches. Nope, you certainly cannot smoke through it. But you can hang it on a tree and look really cool. If you want. All right, so we're just building it up. I like using this lighter green for the under part so that light can still kind of get through it. So it won't be so dark. Oh yeah, it is, Tess. I have more control over it there. Do I have an online shop? I sure do. Go to starrynightglass.com. You can also find me on Etsy. Etsy is one of the better places, but starrynightglass.com also has everything. Although it's going to look a little bare. I ended up doing a lot of changes. We're refining the new product lineup, so I deleted a lot of stuff. I mean, I deleted a lot. Because I got new stuff in the pipeline. We got new things coming. Aren't you excited? What's up from Brazil? I really want to go to Brazil. I really want to go to Brazil. There we go. Oh, I have some wicked stuff. I have really good news I can share and not share at the moment. I got access to some streaming software that is not available to everybody yet. I'm going to try and set it up tomorrow, but it's going to allow me to stream both vertical and horizontal, and you can choose which one you want to see. So you can watch the full version on your TV and see the whole setup. It's a wider view, or you can do the mobile version on your phone and watch it on the vertical. I'm so excited about it. Arlie in France, thank you for the jewels. Arlie in France, you rock. Thank you for tonight. I don't do dabs at all. You don't want to see me in any state other than my natural state. I mean, my mind's weird enough as it is. I mean, I'm going to give you an example here. Where is it? We were building this weird mermaid monster a long time ago, which I never finished. But can you imagine my mind not functioning? Mermaid tail, big eyeball, a crab claw, and a tentacle. Now, can you imagine what I'm like if I had altered states? That would not be good. What's up, Ray? She's doing good. Soulless Glass, what's happening? I do, yeah. Western Australia, that's another place I want to go. Yeah, that's kind of the theme, Cthulhu. Why not finish it today? Maybe I will. If I get enough people, if you share this to enough people, and we get enough people in stream, I will absolutely finish that today. I'll put it in the kiln, we'll add to it. I'll even let everybody participate. Y'all can make the calls on what we add and do. All right, so this is the basis for the tree right here. And we're going to start adding in the branches now. What happens without the shades? Oh, it's bright as hell. I'll show you what my glasses do. Then I have to get to work. Actually, what do you say, Freedom? What's up? No, I'm not putting the lens on the camera. Then everybody sees purple. That's all you see, purple. It sucks. You don't want to see purple. All right, so we're going to drop this in a little bit. So this is how I see things. You see it very bright. We're going to drop the lens in, and it just kind of pops. That's how I can see versus that. Totally different. The Oyster Doctor, what's up? Thank you so much. See that? Totally different, right? But the problem is, if I had that lens on, you'd miss out on a bunch of colors. You wouldn't see it. All right, let's go. We're making Grove's birthday cake, but it's going to be a tree. Let's go. I want to make this thing awesome. The first of these always is the tougher. going to bring this down. Okay, we're gonna, right now I'm adding the branches. So this is gonna be a Christmas tree. This is for Grove's Glass Gallery, her anniversary present. So there we are. Groves, you didn't say what kind of tree, so you get the Charlie Brown version. There you go, all done. You get the Charlie Brown tree. All right, here we go. I know, that was funny, right? Oh, it's going to be awesome. We got some. Tomorrow I'm going to be setting up. I'm going to try the new software that's available, and I'm hoping that it works really well. If it does, we'll be golden. So right now I'm just building the branches on this. And one more there. So there's branches number, the second row, as we're going, kind of looks like a rocket ship at the moment. And then we're going to start, just keep adding into it. Row after row. This will go fast though, because we're going to where there's less. This is where it gets a lot faster. I know it is December. Ray, thank you for the anniversary cake. I appreciate it. I put the anniversary cake up there because it is Grove's anniversary with me as far as being on here. All right, so what's up? How you doing, Doodles? J-Hax, how are you doing? Kurt, hello. Brandon, what's up? I like greeting people. I love greeting people. Hunter. All right, so we got to add one more little row to this. But I ran out of room up here, so I'm going to have to add an extension. Just going to go a little bit up this way. Melt that in. Gonna have to cut the flame down for this one just a little, and then we'll go back onto the bigger one here in a moment. This is why I love glass, because it's extremely forgiving. Make a little bit of a mistake, most of the time you can correct it. I have no idea what the hell that humming is, if you guys can hear that. Something outside. Real crime documentaries? I like it too. So right now I'm warming the whole thing up, trying to get the core of this hot and keep it hot. You can see the tips got really, really warm, but I didn't melt the whole thing back down. Okay, now we're going to start adding in the accents. Of course, we got to add some uranium in here, right? If I was uranium, where would I be? I'd be back here. So the uranium glass is ultraviolet, and it glows under black light. So I'll just show it down there. We're going to add a few accents to this, so you can see how much it lights up. Ooh, do it that way. There. See how much it lights up? So we're going to add some of that in here. Yeah, this is the Meta Ray-Bans, and I had the lenses custom fit for glass blowing. Yeah, definitely had them fit. All right, let's start adding the little ornaments on here. Hold on. There's one. Two. Going to come across here. Three. And put one there. All right, so there's one on every section there. Now we got a few ornaments on there. Let's start adding the cool colors. This is the only hard part. You got to keep changing rods. All right, here we go. Add that in. And we're looking good so far. Warm it up. Got to keep it warm. Yeah, that's ion. I have Illuminati, but I like the ion. All right, let's add some yellow. I like yellow. How long does it to take this go? I've seen people get really good in 6 months, and I've seen people that have done this for 20 plus years and they suck. And that's just being brutally honest. Yeah, I equate it to trying to learn how to play a musical instrument. Practice, 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 you get good at it. If you don't, you're not going to get good at it. It definitely takes some practice, though. So it's your dedication. However long you want to spend learning it is how good you get. But 6 months is a good time frame, good reference. Get this out of the way. Gotta keep this sucker warm. Oh, you guys want to see the self-portrait? I don't know if I have it handy. I do. I did a self-portrait of myself when I was younger. I did a self-portrait. If you want to see my self-portrait, type it in one. Type one in the chat. That way I know you guys want to see it. But I did a complete self-portrait. It's kind of cool. Let's add some purple. Crap. We got some ones coming in. This is the Glass Torch Technologies Kabuki. I love this model. The Phantom is my favorite flame on the planet. So I got this, and when I need a little extra juice, it's there, but it's not all the time. I love this torch. I do sell my glass all the time. All right, so we got enough people. So I have to keep in mind that this self-portrait is when I was very young. So it's going to be, you're going to recognize me, but not. Okay, I did the best I could. There, I told you I was really, really young at the time. So I was pretty skinny and fast too. But yeah, that's my young self-portrait. All right, let's go. We got to put some colors on here. That's my better half, maybe. I don't know. Same hair color. I was thinking about putting spikes on it, to be honest. I was thinking about making it spiky. All right, let's add this lime green on here. That's just kind of a funny thing. Someone bet me I couldn't make a self-portrait, and I said I could. I won the bet. It is a resemblance, right? All right, let's go. All right, we're going to add the red on here. We're going to put some red on the color, and then I'll show you the progress of where we're at. I should have red nearby. Yeah, that's going to have to do. All right. Nope. So let me add some red into this. And one up here. USA Freedom, have a good one. I know we could be twins. I've heard that before. Yeah, I have a lot of fun. I'm sorry. My humor's a little weird at times. I apologize, but it is me. We have to add blue. I forgot about blue. We got to put some blue on it. And I think that's going to be the last color. Then we got to put a little hook on it. But to make it special, we're going to have to do the bottom with a package, like a Christmas present. No bongs, no dongs. That's my... It's not like you're lacking any choices out there for them. There are lots of people that make them, and they make really good versions. I don't have a problem with the industry. I'll make that super, super clear. It's just, you know, there are plenty of people making it. I don't need to. Like I said, I have no problem with the industry. I have no problem people wanting one. Just don't need one from me. Shout out to your wife, Josefina Figueroa. Just because. Just because. What's up? All right, keeping this warm. We're going to put the silver color on here. This should be the last color. I'm just trying to find the blank spots where I don't have one. Actually, did I cover it all up? Nope, one little spot right here. Thought there were two spots that didn't have one. I guess I got it all. Groves, you're going to have one oddball ornament on there. That's okay. Does that hurt your hands when you get close to the fire? You mean like that? No. See, you can grab that like that. No, it does not hurt. All right, I got to make the tree topper, and then we're going to make this thing look actually really awesome. I think I want to do that in the white again. So we got to make the tree topper, but that's where the hoop is going to be. No, George Lopez has my hairstyle. I've had my white hair longer than George Lopez. Although we're both Latin, so we got it the same way. Have I ever got burnt? Yeah, tiny little burns. I've never had one that was like super cool to talk about. I don't have any war stories with it. All right, so we're going to make the tree topper real quick. And we're just going to do this here. There we are. A little bit more. Yeah, it's gonna pop. My bench is unlevel right now. I'm really pissed off. I gotta fix it. Okay, so we're gonna come through and we're gonna make the tree topper real quick. This is kind of like a little tool that stabs it, and it allows you to line it up for making the hanger the hole. Make sure it line it up right. There. And you just wiggle it back and forth while pushing pressure on. And we get a little hole that's generated through that. It's tiny right now. We're going to open that up. Did you block my glass artist profile? Did I say something? I didn't block you. I don't know who you are. I don't block people, really. I only block two different types of people. One, people that attack other people, and pedophiles. If you're a pedophile or you love attacking other people, I'll block you. Other than that, no, I do not. Hate pedophiles. But send me a message. You got blocked after the ion? I don't know. I'll ask one of the mods. I don't have even access to hit it. Okay, so now we're going to pull this out. And create that little Christmas tree topper. So we just stretched it out a little bit. Yeah, I do not like pedophiles. I don't care. I'll say it out loud all freaking day. All right, so we're going to attach this to the tree real quick. All right, let me see if I have some gold on hand real quick. I think I do. So we're going to turn this white tree topper into a golden view. And here we go. So we're going to fume it with pure gold. This is pure gold that goes on it. And it's going to change it. You little bastard. That gold flying off. Flew right off. I'm going to have to find that one now, too. Hopefully it landed close. If not, I'll find it. But see how it just changed that color on the topper from white? It's not dark enough, though. Yeah, I'm being lazy. I don't have any quartz. I should get some, but I've been stupidly lazy on getting it. Sorry, I'm doing the gold hunt. Oh, there it is, right frick in front of me. Woo, found it. Mass Kid, have a good one. Yeah, I need to get some quartz. It's totally my fault. I'm being lazy with it. Not getting it. All right, we're going to pick up this little nugget of gold. Should be able to see it pretty well maybe now. See that little glowing dot right at the tip there? That is pure gold. And I mean, it is pure gold. Yeah, I know, it just disappears. All right, let's fume the heck out of this thing now. We're going to turn it chromy, goldy. And there we go. Now the tree topper is pure gold looking. All right, last part, we got to make the package, the present. So let's get that done. And that'll go on the bottom of the tree, and I have to change the stem out. Love your enemies because they have loved you? Yeah, I believe so. How you doing, Colleen, by the way? You want to know the best advice I've ever heard? If you want to hear the best advice I've ever heard, type 1 in the chat. If you don't, it's okay. Callie! Thank you. Thank you, Callie, for being. And I swear by this advice. It has never failed me. All right, we got some people. And this isn't a joke. This is a real piece of advice I learned. So the best piece of advice I have ever been given was, be careful of the toes you step on today, for they may be attached to the ass you have to kiss tomorrow. And that is so true. It is absolutely true. Why am I playing with fire? Because I can. All right, here we go. I'm almost got this down here. So we got to turn this into a present looking thing. Actually, I'm going to do it a little different than what we did with Red Squeak. We're going to change it a little bit. I'm going to change the present look. I know exactly what I'm going to do too. There we go. That is perfect. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. Just had to make a little shorty. What's up, Wood Tiger? All right. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to turn it into kind of like a round wrapped bag package. Instead of a square one. Red Squeak had gotten the square one, so we'll do this one a little different for Groves. I think I had this really cool color over here. No, I did not. I need a really bright color to go on with this. We'll use the lime green. I think it's a very expensive art. It's not expensive. We're going to thin this one out. How's it going, Wood Tiger? How you doing? All right, let's put some green on here, a nice bright color. All right, we're looking okay now. I really need to clean my freaking bench. It's a mess again. Drive me nuts. Any tips for someone wanting to get into making glass art? Yes. Two things. One, do a glass blowing experience, Big Dave, before you ever start buying equipment. I can't tell you how many times people have bought all this equipment and then they determine that they don't like fire after the first time they try it. Why don't I use gloves? Because I have superhuman hands. All right. Yeah, always take a class before. Once you take a glass experience, then you can start buying the equipment. You're going to fork out a minimum of $2,500 to $3,000, and you can't forget your monthly expenses. You're going to have about $300 to $500 a month for glass, oxygen, propane, electricity. So it does cost a little bit to get into. All right, so we're going to bring this down. I'm going to try and give it a little twist so the package looks a little better. So it should, when it's done, look like a present sitting under the tree. Superhuman hands. So if you don't know, glass doesn't transfer heat like metal. It's an excellent insulator, horrible conductor. Oh, totally different, Big Dave, though. It's similar, but way different. What's up, Daisy Girl? If you need to find someone in your local area to take an experience with, then I can certainly help you find someone. I'm trying to compile a list of people that are actually going to be doing that. Okay, we're going to bring this down, create that like that. I'm trying to compile a archive list of places you can go for a glass experience, but I have to make sure that it'll be places that will be a good fit for everyone. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to give it a little loop-de-loop. Actually, you know what? We're going to change it. It's not going to be a package. This is going to be a tree base. I'm sorry. I'm going crazy. I just made an executive decision. We're going to turn it to a tree base. It's going to look amazing. Executive decision time. A 5-gallon tank with that kind of torch? You mean propane? 3 days? It lasts a long time. Oxygen's your big gas consumer. I have an oxygen concentrator, although I'm going to be selling it. I don't have room for a lathe and a concentrator, so I'm going to sell the concentrator. I'd rather have a lathe. Jax! Groves, thank you. All right, so we're going to turn this to a tree base. We're going to make it flare out. Nothing wrong with, it's good to be intimidated. That's actually a good thought, but you don't have to be 100%. 2 things you need to have when you have a torch like this. 1, you need to make sure your oxygen is chained to a wall. Do not set your tank up and not do that. All right, TikTok. Hold on, I got to do the stupid caption on TikTok. Always comes at the most inopportune time. Really? So number 1 is make sure you chain up your oxygen tanks. Number 2, you always have to have flashback arresters. Do not let someone tell you don't need flashback arresters. All right. So we're going to take some needle nose pliers like this, and we're going to start stamping this around. Yep, it is a rainbow icicle. I was making that last night, but I was actually getting very, very tired last night, and I shut down, and I didn't come back because I was afraid I would make mistakes, and yeah. There we go. So I did not return last night because I was too afraid I was going to do something stupid. Better to be safe. All right, so this is like a little tree base now. We just changed it up. Let's see if we can fume the bottom of this one too. I should have preheated this. The gold's probably going to fly off again. So far, I'm good. So basically, we coated the bottom with pure gold, and it changed that, and it changed the whole look of the whole top here. Looks good now. Is it spoken for? This one is for Groves Glass Gallery. Yes, it is spoken for. This is her subscriber, member, whatever you want to call it, gift. So after a year, first gift is a birthday cake. When you're with me for 3 months or longer, that's not going to stick. And then after a year, we can do something other than a birthday cake. All right, let me grab the tree. So this is the tree that's going to go on. Going to preheat this. Hopefully this will grip it. Hate it when they fall out. I think we're going to use clear. I was going to use different color, but we're going to fuse it with clear. It's going to look best. Pull that off a little more. It's not working out. Okay, I think we're okay. Separate it right here, a little low. Okay, now we just have to put it together. Should have technically brought out the mini torch for this, but I didn't. All right, got that done. Let's just mellow this out now. Flatten it so it looks good, and then this will all be done. Oh, this tree is falling out of my holders. A little off center too, so we're going to stretch it out a little bit. There, now it's even. Technically, that should just sit. There. So now it can hang or sit. There. All completed. And happy birthday, Groves. Okay, now I got a mess. Gonna make a nope. Oh, the rainbow icicle is not spoken for. Yes, you can certainly purchase that rainbow. It's gigantic, though. I mean, this is somehow it lasted. It's pretty big here. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's almost 10 inches. So if you want a big old rainbow icicle, it is awesome. This is technically called lamp working. Oh, you got it, Groves. I'll show you why it's called lamp working. This is a original old style lamp working torch. So this was a kerosene lamp that they modified with a little torch head. And this was how they first started doing this type. And you would have to pump pressure into it, adjust your valves, but this is a kerosene lamp. So it was modified and they called it lamp working. Personally, I hate the name. I wish it was something cooler like flame throwing. But it's not. I don't do letters. Sorry, Empty. Letters are like homing pigeons. They always find their way home broken. I'm serious. I don't do names or letters because everybody breaks them all the time. All right, let's make something simple. Let's do a snowman real quick while I think. Yeah, I don't do letters because everybody always breaks them. So I named it homing pigeons. Can I make a tattoo gun? Nope. In the bowl is glass, ground up glass called frit, F-R-I-T. And this in particular is about the size of sea salt. What it's going to do, you're going to see here, it's going to allow me to color the item, but not fully encase it. So it'll still have some clear running through it. How much does a torch set up like mine? Mine's really, really, really expensive. But you'd be about $2,500 to $3,000 to get started. It's not a Mirage. This is the Kabuki, and it's $4,600. I had a Mirage for like 12 years, though. Can you melt down broken glass for lampwork? It depends on the glass. It has to be borosilicate. Could I use a flame thrower? Probably, but it's not hot enough. What color is my frit? White. See? Just white. I have done snowflakes, but they are also homing pigeons. Everybody kept breaking the snowflakes, so I had to discontinue it. Lisa, thank you for sharing and following. All right, so we're going to roll it into the frit. Again, it's going to create that kind of spotted snow globe look. We should have made this one glow in the dark. Maybe we'll do a glow in the dark version after that. The flame temperature is roughly about 3,800 degrees, 3,800, 4,000. Now, there is an option to use a chemical called propylene, which is propane and chemylene mix. It'll crank it up 500 degrees, but the trade-off isn't worth it. The price. David, thank you so much for the jewels. Can I see where the flames are? Well, my glasses have this filter right here. So this is what it does. See that? That's why I have the glasses in. So you can cover that up. Without it, there. Total difference, right? That's Fahrenheit. All right, we're melting this in, and we're going to blow it open a little bit. We're just busting out a quick snowman. Let's see, where are we at? How many likes do we have? 274 on YouTube. We have 10, how many likes? 19,000 on TikTok. Man, TikTok's kicking YouTube's butt on likes. I was going to say we could do something different, but what's up, Creative? There's another friend of the group, Creative Release Gifts. If you guys want to check out some cool stuff, go check out Creative. Give it a follow. So you can see it's kind of like got that snow globy look now. Can I do a phoenix? I have a phoenix in mind. I have a friend that is a TikTok coach that has helped me immensely with TikTok, and she wants a phoenix, and I'm going to be making one. So yes, I believe I can do it. I just haven't done one yet. Okay, got to pop a little hole in there. The reason for that is so that when I go to pull this tube off, there's plenty of room, there's air that can exit the item. After you do, I want one too. Oh, okay, I got you, Wendy. How you doing, Wendy? I didn't see you in here. How are you? Do I sign my pieces? Nope, don't need to. My pieces aren't super expensive. No need to sign it. I'm not pretending to be Picasso. Thank you, Tess. All right, so we got to burn this off here. And we're we're going to create a little solid nub there. I think we're going to make this one out of blue. So we got to put a blue hat on. Yeah, the Phoenix, I have really good ideas for the Phoenix. I created the wing already, the design for the wing, but I want to do the liquid metal looking glass with red, orange color. So it'll have a really super shimmer. Van Gogh? Yeah, I still got my ear. All right, we're going to add the blue hat on. What's the coolest thing I've done? Let's see. I don't know about coolest. I've made some pretty fun things, but I don't know what I would call cool. Yeah, you kind of have a couple directions you can go when you learn this. You can go into the super high end and make really exotic items and sell them for a lot of money if you can. Not everybody can. Or you can kind of go in the production mode and make smaller, more affordable items and let a lot of people buy it. I would rather go that direction. I've made a couple pieces that were 12,000, and while it was really cool to get paid like that, the amount of scrutiny that comes in with that, it doesn't fit my style. All right, we're going to flatten it. We're going to do it this way, smushy. So we got a little smushy part. And then we're going to come through. I have a solid sword behind me that is 49 inches. That's the biggest solid piece I've done. 49 inches sword. Blown glass, I did the chandelier behind me 3 times as big in my house, but that was not done with this type of torch. That was done with the big hot shop furnace. I don't have that equipment anymore. I don't have the space for it. And frankly, I don't want the gas bill for it. It was really expensive. And you have to rebuild it all the time. All right, we're going to flatten this hat out. I think I'm just having fun tonight. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for just hanging with me. Y'all have been super fantastic so far. So you've definitely made my night a hell of a lot better. All right, so we got the little hat going. I find out where I put that. Let's grab some orange. Orangish. Put the nose on. All right, here we go. I hope I remember to. All right. I forgot to prepare the black, so I got to use a stubby. And there's the little snowman face on there. Very basic, but sometimes things are easier in the form of basic. I don't like having over-exaggerated pieces. I think when you try and add too much stuff in there, it clogs it up. Grab that for a hook. We're all good. Yeah, this is one of my most popular items right here. Let's see how it just popped off. There. So there's the famous little snowman. This is like one of my most popular items ever. On my website or Etsy. Okay, I'm gonna let you all vote on the next color for the hat. Okay, we're gonna do a hat vote. So we can do the uranium glass. Let me turn this way. There. So this is the uranium version. Actually, I'll just pull this off. Move that down. So this is the uranium glass version. You can see it almost turns the snowman head to green. So we can do that, uranium, or we can do the holly and the candy cane version hat. I'll let you all vote. So either uranium or black hat. So you can type in black or uranium. And I'm going to let the audience vote, and you guys get to pick which one you like. And I will make that version. Black, black, black. Wow, black? Really? Okay. Green, black, black, uranium. Wow, so TikTok is definitely going heavy black. YouTube was going uranium, but black is coming in. Wow. It's so mixed. Yeah, it's ion. Wow, it is really mixed up. You guys are battling. Black hat? Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll do a mix. We'll do uranium. We'll do the black hat, but we'll do uranium accents. That sound good? Black hat, uranium accents. Yeah, Danger got it. All right, we'll do it that way. Black hat with uranium. We'll combine the best of both worlds. When it's mixed like this, I have to kind of figure a way to do it. It was like back and forth, and I couldn't really pick a winner. Yeah, it's going to look good. I think it'll look fantastic. This stuff stays so pliable for a long time, and then it says, no, I'm not doing anymore. Ever made a I have made full snowmen. Again, it's one of those things you have to weigh in the option of things breaking versus items that are extremely durable. So the full snowman's really cool, but you got the arms coming out and everybody breaks the damn arms off. But the biggest culprit is actually cats. Cats hate the snowman. They attack the snowman like it's, you know, evil, like it's a mouse. So cats definitely terrorize that snowman ornament. That's why I don't do it. Because the arms always get broken. Plus, I just like the snowman head. I really like it. Mike Garcia, thank you for the high five. She's doing good, Melissa. She's doing better. I do sell these. This one's going to be a one-off, though. This is going to be the, like, one of one. I do take requests, April, every once in a while. As long as it's something, like, in my wheelhouse, I never claim to be able to make everything. You know, there are people like, you know, can you make me a dolphin, you know, with a sea turtle riding on it, you know, holding a crown? Nope, can't do that. Hi, Jojo. All right, we're going to come through. And we're going to sprinkle it on here. And we're just going to bring it through. All right, so this is the frit before we melt it in. See how it looks like rock candy a little bit? And then we're going to melt it in. While I'm doing that, we'll use the filter again because I've got time. So this is how I see the world through my glasses, and that's without. So this filter makes a huge difference, as that's why I can see into the fire and what I'm doing. But yeah, if I put it on the camera, then everything turns purple and it sucks. KCH, thank you for the happy poop. Who doesn't like happy poop? Where will this be sold at? I kind of don't list it. If you're interested in this piece, you can message me. And if I get too many people interested, we'll do a silent auction. I won't do one of these things where it's like keep bidding, bidding, bidding. We'll just do a silent auction. Keep it fair. All right, let's blow this open a little. You know what? I need to make this bigger. We're going to try a different tube. See the size difference? I got to use bigger tubing. I'll park this in there. We'll save it for later. We'll come back to it. It needs to be the right size. This is one of my favorite tools on the planet for glass blowing. I'm not kidding either. I love this tool. It's like one of my favorite, most used items. Can you make them mushroom pendants and go on a necklace? Oh, you mean the mushroom inside the marble thing? All right, let's go. Yeah, I can, but I don't make them. There are so many people that make those. You can find them everywhere. I know someone that makes really cool versions of those. So if you're interested, message me on TikTok and I will refer you to the right person. And JR, thank you so much for the gifts. There we go. Like I said, this stuff is just always so pliable. And then it's not pliable. It shuts down really quick. I could not bend this right now. If you have it where it keeps freezing, swipe out and swipe back in. That happens a lot. My end is running pretty smooth. All right, so first things first, we gotta get this thing really leveled out a little bit. So what I want to do is seal this down a little bit, make it a little thicker. Believe it or not, when it's making that type of noise, it's actually a colder flame. It's not quite as hot. Fishing bobber, I have actually made fishing bobbers, like legitimate fishing bobbers out of glass. Yeah, I made a fishing bobber, and I also made this thing. It was an idea that was created in like the 1940s, and they're called the minnow, and it's a glass tube that has hooks that you put on it, and you put a minnow inside the glass tube, and then when it hits the water, you can see the minnow because the glass goes invisible in the water. It's a cool piece. Okay, bring it up. So we're adding the little white speckles. I don't know why every time I see this mound of white frit here, it just reminds me of the movie Scarface. Doesn't that look like Scarface? You know, the part of the movie? All right, so now we're going to melt it all down. Am I the food guy? No, I like food. I mean, look at me. I like food. But no, the only thing I'm a gourmet chef of is peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I am a gourmet peanut butter and jelly sandwich maker. I put just the right amount of peanut butter, just the right amount of jelly. It doesn't ooze out the sides. Perfect. I can't say that. I can't say that, Sammy. It's not salt. No, that was actually frit. It's the ground up glass that goes inside here. If it's tempered, it is tempered. Everything that I do gets tempered. It's called annealing. Basically what happens is it goes in the kiln, and then we run it at 1100 degrees, soak it, and then it cools down at the same pace, which removes all the stress out. All right, I got to blow this open. Hold on one second. Let's make this thing into really nice snowman head. That's better. Yeah, there's. I run 1100. Yeah. There we go. It should be pretty durable. All right, here we go. Eccentric Clone, what's up? I got your email, by the way, so look for a package soon. You got to pop a tiny little hole. Nope, got to go lower. Nope, that's not where I want it. There we go. So without that hole in there, when you go to seal this off, if there's nowhere for the hot air to escape, it creates a nightmare. You can't do anything with it. The glass expands, contracts, and you're just kind of stuck with a bottle that won't work. We're making a custom snowman head. We're going to put a black hat on it with some uranium accents. So right now we got the snowman part done. The head. I'm going to attach that there. Now I'm going to have to do the hat separate this time. I can't build it off of this. It would take too long. And this would end up cracking. I hope I have enough black here. I think I do. All right, so this is just the portion for the snowman head. Now let's make the hat. Put that up there. Actually, let's go completely bananas. Remember that color? If you weren't here, I made this really kind of shimmery color in the beginning. Check this out. We'll make it kind of custom. We'll kind of give it that shimmer color. That's going to look sick. That'll be 100% custom. We're just going to go for that. It's going to look amazing. And as this gets a little thicker, it's going to get darker. Yeah, this is going to look good. I need to get rid of this little bit right here, though. It's on like Donkey Kong. All right, let's go. Where do you get the liquid metal? This is Molten Aura. This is the Electrum. I love this color. I do a few wildlife animals. I have a wolf here if you want to see it. I have a badass wolf. If you want to see the wolf, again, you can type 1 in the chat and I will bring the wolf up to the front table, to the table up here, in between the hat. Just type 1. Give me 1 second to get this all melted in, though. Yeah, you want to see a wolf? Okay. It's extremely detailed. There's no color in it. Most of my wildlife, I do not like putting color in. I think it ruins the glass effect. All right, let me melt this down. It's taking a minute. All right, I'm going to separate this. We're going to flatten it, and then I'll grab the wolf. Okay, here we go. We're going to flatten. Like that. Pull it over here. Give it a little bit more push. All right. So I'll face it this way. Hopefully y'all can see that. Then when we shine the light on it, you can see more of the detail once it's, let me angle it that way. So once you carve in all the details, you can see how that works. That's why I like it without color. Because if you do it right, you don't need color. I kind of like synthwave, yeah. I'm pretty open to a lot of music, but synthwave is kind of cool. Has a nice flow to it. It keeps me working very effectively. So yeah, that is how I do wildlife. I don't like adding any colors. What's up? How you doing, Outlaw 4x4s? Adventures with Nick. I really appreciate the comment too. The bowls behind me, oh, those were done in the hot shop when I used to have a big furnace hot shop. I don't have that anymore, so that stuff isn't kind of available. I do have a glass hot shop near me that would be happy to rent some time to me, but it's not something I'm really wanting to do right now. I definitely do eagles, yes. I have some cool eagles. If you go on my profile on TikTok, you will see some cool eagles I've done. Nobody around. Where are you? Hot diggity dog, where are you located? I bet you there is someone. Just don't know where to look. And I can help you with that. All right, let's flatten this out a little. There. Okay, so we're going to make the accents. I got to do the little holly leaves, and we'll do a candy cane for this. Oh, you have lots of people near you. I mean, it's going to be a couple hours, but yeah. Fresh one, you are welcome to swipe away. I am not hurrying up for anybody. I go at my own pace. All right, so we're going to mix the uranium and this green here. We're making the custom snowman head. We're going to add some accents to it. No, there's no hurry in glasswork. Is the fire hot? A little bit. It's a little hot. So right now we're just blending the uranium glass and that shimmery green color. All right, I need a little help with this. Okay, we got that. I need a little bit of assistance. So I really want to mix this up good. Me and that drill have seen a few things. We've seen a thing or two. This is ion. My Illuminati I've kind of saved on the side, and my citrine I definitely have saved. All right, let's pull this down. We're going to make the holly for the hat first. So we're just going to pull this down to a usable rod. Uranium glass is not cheap. It roughly runs about $150 a pound. It's a little bit of a headache for cost. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make the little holly leaves right there for the hat. So we're going to make 3 of them. Got to grab my leaf maker. So this has little grooves in it to help make the leaves. Yep, $150 a pound. And that's if you can get it. It's not available all the time. That's why when it is, I buy like 10 pounds of it. That's what I was looking for. All right, so we got leaf number 1, just kind of, that's really small and hard to see that. But we're going to make 3 of these, and we'll assemble it onto the, come on, break off. Really? We'll make 3 of them, then we'll assemble it on the hat, and then we'll do a tiny candy cane. Like a itty bitty candy cane. What's up, Michelle? Are there any types of glass rods that are easier to work with than others? Not really. There's more difficult, but not easier. There's definitely more difficult. because some colors you cannot put on the inside of or encase in clear, or they will crack. Although those colors are getting few and far between. And then there's other colors that don't play well together. They will literally shatter when you combine them together. All right, so we're going to bring this out. One more leaf and we'll assemble. Might as well leave that out. No, I'll do the other one first. Now I'll grab that one. Then we put the little berries on there. This was kind of like along the lines of what my mom was really good at. All right, so we got the little leaves on there, the holly leaves. Now it'll look better when it cools off. Nothing is showing up really well. So my mother was super detailed as a glass blower. I mean, hold on 1 second. Lost my track. So this was the type of stuff she did. You can see in the face how detailed she got with glass and boro. This is a fireman clown that she did. So that's what I was saying. She would have been really fantastic at making that design. But yeah, that's a pretty fantastic piece. There. Her name was Vicky. Glass by Vicky. Not very hard to find. All right, let's make the mini candy cane. The candy cane we're going to do in uranium and red and white. Yeah, she was super detailed. And she made like 50 versions of those clowns. So there was a rodeo clown, a doctor clown, a nurse's clown, a divorce clown. Like she had an entire lineup of them. Oh, that's uranium. I don't want to keep it in front because I'm scared that something will hit it. No, I don't want to break it. right, we're going to add some white on here. Okay, there, and we're going to add some red. We're going to make a mini candy cane. Yeah, my mother is retired. She has suffered through 6 strokes, and that pretty much did it in. Although there is a tool called an Aquala that I'm thinking about getting her, and maybe she can work a little bit of glass with that. Because once you start doing this, you never really want to retire. The only thing that retires is your body. You know, the actual process you don't want to retire from. All right, mini candy cane. Here we go. If you are on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and just hitting the like, I would really appreciate it. Epic, thank you so much. All right, let's twist it up. Wow, I might actually have enough to do 2 if I needed it. Now, part of the reason this is taking so long is I'm showing everybody the steps in between everything. If I was kind of running solo, just jamming to some music, I would be done by now. Well, I would have been done a long time ago. Which tool are you looking for, Recovery? Gotcha, Melissa. All good. All right, so let's get the candy cane going. Which tool were you referring to? All right, we got the little bend for the candy cane. I'm going to say it anyway. Satan Worship, thank you for the high 5. Natasha, thank you for the high 5. All right, let's put the candy cane on the hat. Then we can finish the snowman up finally. Go super micro flame here. Actually, I didn't even think about this. Hold on one second. I never thought about doing it this way. Sorry, I just learned something new. Even after this many years, that happens. Yeah, that's way better. I like it. All right, so we got the candy cane. The holly is starting to show the little red holly berries on there. All right, let's punty up. So I'm gonna get the snowman face done, and then we'll add the hat. All right, let's make this, let's do it awesome. One of my least favorite colors to work with. I hate working cadmium colors. Okay, got that done. Somewhere around here, I have the little... Nope, too thin. Perfect. All right, gotta put the face on. Why do I hate cadmium? I work raging flame, okay, and you have to be a little gentle with the cadmiums, and I hate that. All right, let's put the little face on here. All right, so we got the little snowman face. Let's pop the hat on. No, this is 8. Got to make sure this sucker doesn't break at all. A little bit more. Hunter, Can I make a Prince Rupert's? I don't make the Rupert's drops. I'm sorry for that, but I really don't like the mess they make. And this isn't the best glass to make it out of, to be honest. You want to look at, if you're going to do a Prince Rupert's drops, you want to do it in a, what's called a soft glass. All right, really? You're not going to break off. But I appreciate you for the super chat. But yeah, that's just not something I like making. They really make a mess if they blow up. All right, let's add a little hook on there. Oh, candy cane moved a little bit. All right, so there's the little guy with the holly, the candy cane, big old top hat running around. We're going to put him in the kiln because I know if I try to pop this, it's going to crack. So we're going to let it heat up and then I'll remove it later. Yeah, I'm worried that that would actually crack. I'm not happy about that idea behind it. But we do have this one here. Let's do something funky with this. Remember the one we did earlier? We'll do audience participation. We're going to figure out what the heck to put with it. Excuse me, I'm getting hiccups. Crap. I just got to warm it back up. Should we make this a whole Toxic Avenger snowman? Should we do all uranium on it? Should we just like go completely uranium on it? I think it'd be kind of cool. Make him a whole super glowing. Yeah, we'll do it. Let's make a uranium version of this. We'll go a little weird on it. Is that air? Nope. It is fire in a little glass. We're going to do the Santa hat version in uranium, though. So we're going to make it the Santa hat version. We'll use uranium. It's going to look amazing. Separate this. I got to clean my bench. Yeah, the hiccups suck every once in a while. It does. But it's the way it rolls, right? Sherry, thank you for the jewels. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So this will be the Santa hat version, though. We're going to totally change it up. Use one of these. Got a whole bunch of this I need to use. Oop, damn it, that one fell. That's why I hate getting it. Way down there. All right. Well, at least it's hot. Just going to have to do it 2 ways. Seriously. Maybe this rod just doesn't want to go on. All right, here we go. Santa hat. Didn't think I was going to need that, but I am. There we go. I think I just left a little mark on my pants too from that hot rod. I think I sizzled a little line in there. That's okay. It'll just become my Sunday clothing. All my clothes that have holes in them, I call them my Sunday clothing because they're holy. All right, smash it down a little. Like that. Then we're going to take a little bit of this white. We're going to create the little fluffer nutter. So it looks like it's an actual hat. Just have to pull this a little stringer first. And so we're just going to go around and kind of get this loose. I don't want it super smooth. I want some texture on this. So it looks like a hat, you know? Cola, what's up? Or Cole T. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Thank you so much for the jewels. I said cola. I meant cold tea. All right, let's grab the uranium. I think this was the uranium. Yeah, that was. And here we go. So this will be a full uranium. Josephine, thank you so much. Jack, thank you for the jewels. All right, so we're going to make this again into the Santa hat version. And it's going to be all uranium accents. It should be kind of cool. And bring it down. All right, so we're going to bring it out. There we go. Little pom-pom on the end. Then this is that shimmer uranium version. We're going to use that for the actual nose. No. Debating on how I want to do this. Yeah, we'll do black accents and I'll add some uranium to it. So everywhere there's black, we'll put a little uranium on top so it'll secretly glow. All right, so far we got it semi-completed. Almost looks like Jack from Jack in the Box. Crap. It does look like Jack from the Jack in the Box. Hold on. Then we'll add the uranium accents. That's perfect. That's going to hide it just fine. So what do you think? Should we add ears to it? I don't know. What do you think we should add to it? I want to add something different. What do y'all think? Ears or put elf ears on it? We could put elf ears on it in uranium. Or leave it as is. I'll let y'all decide. Elf ears or leave it as is. And while you're deciding on that, I'm going to separate this from its base. So this is the one we did earlier. What's up, John? How you doing, my friend? Leave as is. I might be able to put a bow tie on it. We could do a bow tie, maybe. As is. Yeah, I think it looks good as is. But I thought I would ask. All right, so this is that custom one we did earlier. Put that in the kiln. Darius, thank you for the heart me. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. We either put elf ears on it or we leave it as is. I don't know what to do. I would make the ears out of uranium. So that's what I was thinking about. I could put a light on it, but it won't show the uranium right now. Buck teeth. Yeah, I can't do buck teeth. I don't know about that. Yeah, buck teeth, I don't think I could get detailed enough in there. Yeah, you know what? Ears, bow tie. We'll put ears and a bow tie on it. We'll just go a little bananas. We're going to put ears and a bow tie. I know it looks good as is, but this is Wild Night. Let's do it. We're trying to make it happen here. All right, let's do a bow tie real quick, and then we'll figure out the ears. So uranium bow tie and uranium ears. I do sell my stuff, absolutely. We are getting a little wild. How you doing, John? Good to see you. By the way, let's put the leaf maker away. Thank you, Groves. Okay, that's why. All right, we're gonna make a bow tie. Can I make a 3 stacks? I don't know what a 3 stacks tail is. I'm sorry. John, thank you for doing that. All right, let's do the bow tie. So we got to make it a little smash. So this is how you start it off. So we made a little bit of a kind of disc right there. Then we're going to take some basic everyday needle nose pliers. We're just going to smash it. Like that. So we got a little spot right there. Then we're going to come across and do the other side. We're going to smash that like so. Do the same thing. Again, just these are just basic needle nose pliers. Not every glass tool has to be super expensive. Yeah. You can get away with a lot of things not being expensive. Okay, so we got the bow tie started right there. We got to give it a little flowery part in the front. We're going to do that with the other uranium, give it a little accent. The way you do that is you make a little glass nub and you smash it with the needle nose, and then you give it a twist. And we're going to bend these just a little bit. There, we got a bow tie going. We're not done yet. We're still working on different parts of snowman. it's a wild night tonight. We're creating chaotic. Controlled chaos. Unfortunately, once the items in the kiln, it's already separated from everything. I don't like to bring it back out. Every time you bring it in and out, you take a chance on stuff happening. I'd just rather let it sit in there and temper for a while. John, thank you so much, John. You've been awesome. All right, we're going to set that bow tie in there. Let's make the elf ears, and then we'll go. 2 elf ears coming up. They are not sold. These are one-off, available. Just have to message me. If I get too many messages, I will do a silent auction. I think silent auctions are the fair way to do it. I hate those little situations where you go, all right, who's got $1 more? No thanks. All right, so we make, again, a little disc. We're going to take it here, grab it, and we're going to make the elf ears real quick. We're going to carve a little bit into the elf ear too. I want to give it a little texture. Not too much. But basically, we just added a little bit like a serrated edge to it, just a tiny bit. That's going to give it some character. Okay, one more ear, and then we'll assemble it and put the whole thing together. We're going to leave that. We're going to set it out. Yep, these are available. Oh, we're at 500 likes. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for liking. I am mostly on at nights, although I am creating a full schedule. I know for sure Thursday nights are going to be an epic night. I don't know exactly what time, but Thursday nights for sure is going to be one of those days where we just do wild and fun. So I know Thursday is being done with that. How much for the snowman heads? The basic ones are, I think, 34. But these are all wild, funky ones. Okay. What do I do with it? All right, just going to use this. But you can find it on my Etsy store. I think the snowman heads are on the TikTok shop too. I believe they are. In order to find them on the TikTok shop, you just hit my profile, and you'll see something called Showcase, and that's where you'll find them. All right, let's do the serrated edge here. The last elf ears we did, we put an earring in it, which was cool, but I don't want to do it for this one. But the earring came out really kind of cool. All right, let's put the elf ears on real quick. On the snowman, then we'll add the bow tie, and that one should be done. All right, tweezers. Okay. I need to turn this one just a little bit. All right. They're enough off-centered. They look the same, but they're enough off-center where it doesn't look like it has any goofy stuff to it. So next step is we got to add the bow tie. Do it this way. Well, this is a full-on uranium one too. So I got to add a little bit of a base so we can put the bow tie on. There. So this was audience participation, snowman, elf ears, bow tie, all uranium, and you guys helped build it. You all helped build that one. So that's the nice part. I love audience participation. I think that's amazing. I love it when people have input and good input. Everybody's pretty good that watches the channel. Yeah, I think this got kicked off by the wolf. We'll move Wolfie out of the way. Put this over here. All right, I need to take a short break for a little bit. I will probably be back, but I need to go give my mother her medication. She has to have it on time release, so, and then I need a break anyways. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. But yeah, my hair is naturally this white. Can you believe that? No roots are happening on me. All right, give me a 15, 20 minutes and I'll be back. We'll do a part 2. I'm in the mood. So need about 15, 20 minutes. I'll see y'all in just a bit. And signing off of YouTube or TikTok. YouTube, you guys have been freaking awesome. Thank you, YouTube. John, I'll see you in a little bit, hopefully. And all the members, Epic, Kirkinelli, I said it wrong. Cruisin', Nettie, Colleen, I'll see you all in a little bit. Thank you for being a member. And I'll see you in just a little bit. Appreciate it, y'all.